Hello, it is Sass from Copia Stars, and this is a reading for Monday, the 1st of December. Oh, it's December. This is a free-form reading. It's a general reading, so do take what resonates and leave the rest. Battling with a silly shoulder at the moment, and we shall see how we go. Worked out how to do shuffles without hurting it too much, so we're all good. Okay, angels and spirits, what message do you have for our beautiful listeners today for the 1st of December? That is Monday, the 1st of December. First card out, security, forethought and thrift. Somebody been overspending. That's a few too many cards and they just slipped out of there. And 'tis the season, isn't it? I know it's really difficult not to spend a lot of money this time of year, with Christmas coming. It says there invigoration and empowerment. So one thing you can do to keep on top of money and keep on top of keeping the costs down this year, have a chat with your mates. Have a chat with your mates and maybe like come to an agreement that you don't buy each other presents. Or if you do, you've got a budget of like £3 and you've got to find the most wacky gift. You know, you can make it really fun. There's just a lot of pressure, isn't there? A lot of pressure. So we've got cauldron here, which is creation, opportunity and caring. You know, maybe you could each, you know, get together and say, look, I'm not going to buy presents this year, but is there a charity you'd like me to donate to? Do we know any of our friends that is suffering and really needs a bit of help? Can we start a GoFundMe or a crowdfund? And we all put what money we were going to spend on each other in the pot. That's actually happened to a friend of mine. We're a very big friend group. And we've all sort of gone off on our own ways. But this poor woman, she lost her husband, went from diagnosis to passed away in 2 weeks. And she is disabled herself. She has 4 children. And she's really struggling this winter. And we've all, you know, a friend of mine started a GoFundMe and we've all chipped in. And you know what? I really hope she has the best Christmas. I really do. I get emotional thinking about it. So with that, look what just came out, the sun, which is healing energy, happiness, comfort and joy. So do something good with your money, you know. Obviously, if you've got little ones, they're going to expect prezzies. But, you know, friends and family will understand. You've got a freedom of opportunity there. With the bird, I do love that card. That they're just in flight. It's just that kind of like, you know, imagine if you're standing on the top of the hill in a gale force wind and you put your coat up. That's what it makes me think of. So trunk, stability, loyalty, and reliability. That is, yeah, you know, you are the constant for a lot of people in your life, and I think it's going to be down, you're going to feel like it's down on you to make everybody happy. Is it? Oh, no, it's just one. And we've got snow. Now, that came up yesterday, you know. This rest and contemplation. I think you're burning the candle at both ends. I know I am. And I think that's probably why that keeps coming up. You're doing a lot. You know, you're trying to work and you're trying to organise stuff. And you've got your family and your friends and possibly a new project that you've got lined up. You know, that came up in the reading yesterday, so could be for, you know, similar collective today. Although I do get a different energy on this one. I get a feeling like, ooh, there's a few there. Look. I feel like this is a bit more of a learning how to find some power, take some boundaries, and, you know, don't feel like you need to be the one that saves everybody, because you don't, you know, you really don't. So first one that popped out was shadow self. I think you need to realize the power that you've got within you, and you need to realize that, you know, you are a healer. You are there for everybody all the time, but it's tiring you out, and you do need a vacation. You do need a little lollipobs, maybe a night away, you know, just, I don't know, go off and do your Christmas shopping in the city and have a night away, and get some room service, you know, like just go out all day, get back into your room about 6 o'clock, run a hot bath, get room service, and just chill. You can tell what I like. Change. There is a lot of change at the moment. There's a bit of envy there, and I don't know whether that's because whoever this is struggling a little bit and having to be, you know, thrifty and a little bit cautious, but I don't know whether you're envious of your successful friends or whether your friends are envious of you that you managed to keep such a sunny disposition while you're struggling. This opportunity, there is an opportunity looming, and it is coming. Somebody's noticed that you are a very stable and loyal person. There's an opportunity in this one too, you see. There's opportunity in 2 cards, and this one's brewing, it's creating, and this one's in flight, so it's on its way. Counselling, maybe you do need to do a little bit of self-care and a little bit of self-healing. The shadow work there as well, you see. So I do wonder whether it's time to look after you. Your defense mechanisms are high. Oh dear. Okay, I think these are all related. I think you're envious. I think you're struggling on the inside, even though you're coping on the outside. Yeah, look, there's 2 sides to you at the moment. It's a stressful time of year, this is, for a lot of people, and you do wonder how you're going to deal with this and how you're going to cope and afford it, how long it's going to take you to pay it off. This is what I've had to do this year. I have a son who is mid-teens, and his VR broke, and I cannot afford to replace it. It isn't repairable. It's non-economic to repair, is what they say. So I have spoken to his dad. We're not together anymore, but we are absolutely great friends. He's still my midnight guy, you know, like if anything happens, he can always call me, I can always call him. We've come together and we've gone halves on a replacement. So instead of my son getting 2 presents this year, he's just getting 1 from the both of us. Now, we sat him down and we discussed this with him. We said that it's going to be a bit of a tough year this year. We'll both do you a stocking, but we are going to have to come together on the main gift. And he's absolutely fine with that. I know that his birthday isn't very long after Christmas, so we can each give him a little bit of a, you know, a gift then. Oh, look at that. That one's actually flipped over in the pack and I haven't noticed. Now that says, believe in the impossible. So yeah, maybe you're in for a windfall. Maybe you're in for a windfall. What's this one? What's it called? Believe in the impossible. New moon cards. I wish I had numbers on them. The other one's got page numbers. It's brilliant. This one I have to flick through. Flick through. Believe in the impossible. Where is it? There's a couple of pages there. No. Okay. Some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests that you're about to get a rare chance. and that something one-off could well be about to happen. That's a weird one. This card is a very positive sign. If you felt like you were hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe, whatever you're asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you are asking about can never go in your favour, then guess what? It won't go in your favour. Be grateful for this card as a reminder to believe in your dreams. So when you talk to the moon, you've got to say, I'm lucky. Additional meanings for this card is that miss the chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened to it may only happen once. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find, if this is love. If you can believe in it, you can achieve it. The situation is unlikely to repeat. So there are usually 3 moons between each equinox and solstice and vice versa. And sometimes though we get 4 full moons in a single season. And when that happens, the third of the season's 4 full moons is called a blue moon. At least that's the original definition of a blue moon. These days it's popular to use blue moon as for a second full moon in any calendar month, but that's the traditional. Okay, so I'm learning as I go here. Didn't know what a blue moon was. I just thought of the song. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Right, what have we got? Apple. Now that's page 30. See, these have got page numbers. I love it. Page 32. Without a dream in my heart. Oh, now I've had this one the other day. Apple has been given grief since In the Beginning, where she learned that feeding people and teaching them to know themselves can be a dangerous thing. She became associated with snakes and shame and fig leaves, and it's all been dance lessons, curtsies and domestication from there. Apple is the witch of the wild wood, forced to clean up and come in for tea. But her skirt and pumps can't hide her knowledge of circling stars and cycling seasons. The deep loam of the earth and the warm weep of summer rain. We may think that we've tamed Wild Apple and brought her to heel, but even the quasi-domesticated, she still gifts us with the sweetness of understanding ourselves. Apple asks, what have you forbidden yourself? What have you forbidden yourself? Is there anything in life that you've kind of gone, oh, well, I can't have that. I don't deserve that. I'm not worthy of that. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear. And just for the record, you are worthy of it. You're worthy of every single thing you can dream of. Look at this. Except for bad things. We don't do bad things in life. Right. So 333, which is support, growth, creative joy, community, vision and talents. So seeing the angel number 333 in a sign is a time to focus inward, work on your skills, discover your talents and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence, and it does wonders for your sense of purpose, and it contributes to your community. So I think realizing that yes, you are having a hard time, and you have had a hard time, and you're fighting with yourself. You know, it's two-faced. It's not with the general public. It's with yourself. You know, you're trying to be the person that goes to work and the person that comes home, and I can guarantee you, from experience, that is a recipe for disaster. So you need to. My takeaway from this is, yes, be frugal, but find really interesting things to do. Discuss with people. Tell people that you're struggling. Tell people that it's hard times. Or if you don't want to say you're all struggling, just say, look, as it's like really tight for everyone at the moment, I've come up with this idea to help us all out. That sort of thing, yeah? Protected from negative forces beyond your control. That's cobweb. We've got finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. We've got pale, which is time to get out of a situation. And I think this is the situation. It's kind of being in your defense mechanisms and you're feeling like you have to be 2 people all the time. Just be yourself. Be yourself. People love you, you know. People absolutely love you. I'm going to leave that there. My takeaway is the sun is always here, you know. And every morning the sun will rise and it will set at night and it will rise in the day. just be mindful through your life. If opportunities come your way, they may be rare. Take them. Remember to rest. Work a bit on yourself. If you can, get some counselling, you know, to help you with this envy and this defence mechanism that you've got going on. You know, remember that you have an inner lion. You're not just a little cat. You are a healer. You know, take a little break and embrace this change. Thank you so much for being with me. Leave comments in the comments, of course. Oh my god. And yeah, emojis. We're doing feathers at the moment because I haven't got my Christmas decorations up yet. And I shall see you in the next one.